I work hard to earn my pay, and I saved real big today at All American Ford.
Everyone, I'm Jason Savino, the marketing director for the All American Auto Group. This is the All American Auto Mall and Old Bridge Updates podcast. This is episode number 63. I'm going to be recapping some of the things from this past week, and then I'll provide some updates for some stuff that we're looking ahead to. So last week was episode 62, and I provided same thing, some weekly updates, recaps. I recapped some TikTok videos we've been doing. I talked about our TikTok audience and how I feel about some of their content and comments. And I talked about Ford at the SEMA show, including a concept Shelby Mustang Mach EGT. Talked about the upcoming Baltimore Tow Show, which I'll get into, and some other stuff. So that was episode 62. So let's get into it with episode 63. I'll start with recapping what happened last weekend, which was Jim Raffone of Jar of Hope. He had a celebrity boxing match in Atlantic City at the Showboat. His second fight, and All American and our auto group were proud to sponsor him. We sponsored his hoodie. The hoodie came out awesome. We posted a picture of it on social media. I was really impressed with the look of it. He has his tagline on there, I can, I will, I must, in red, white, and blue. So that was cool. It was a very fun event. Me and my brothers went. Some other managers from work went to cheer on Jim and support him. He won his fight, so he's 2-0 in celebrity boxing. So just good to, see him out there winning, of course, and getting the Jar of Hope name out there, getting awareness for this terrible disease, Duchenne muscular dystrophy. The very next day, on Sunday of last week, he ran in the New York City Marathon with Jar of Hope. So just an incredible guy, Jim Raffone and Jar of Hope, and what they're doing and what he puts his body through. Celebrity boxing, his match went 3 rounds late into the night, Saturday night. And then, of course, the next morning, basically, he had to do the New York City Marathon. So most people can't do either of those two things disconnected by a year. He did them both in the same weekend. So very impressive. The New York City Marathon, from what I saw, was a great success for the Jar of Hope team. I know Jim called me afterwards, said, they did their job. They raised a lot of money and a lot of awareness. I did a shout out last week to my 2 sister-in-laws because they raised a lot of money for Jar of Hope to be on their team, and they both ran in the marathon. Christina and Lauren, my 2 sister-in-laws, did a fantastic job. Both obviously finished with good times. There's a lot of pictures on social media of the whole Jar of Hope team, so they all did great. Congratulations to them. Running in a marathon is something that I will probably never be able to do. I'd say probably, I don't know the percentages, but if I had to guess, less than 1% of people have run in a marathon, and it's definitely something I'll never be able to do. So very impressive to everybody who did it, tried it, and finished, of course. Also, last Saturday, we had our University of Rutgers game day for their football game against Wisconsin. Obviously, I don't want to talk about the game too much because they got destroyed by Wisconsin. But my marketing team and so Nate, Kate, and Mike and Angie from our VDC department, the 4 of them went to the Block R party for tailgating. They brought the Scarlet Knight Mustang. They brought a full-size Bronco, a lot of giveaways. They had cornhole there. So they had a lot of fun. We ran a social media contest where we had these frames and people had to take pictures and hashtag RU All American Ford, and for a chance to win great prizes. So I think we are selecting those people at random today or next week, and we'll be reaching out to those. But it was a great tailgate event from what I heard from the pictures that my team sent me. Shout out to my team. They did a fantastic job. So that was a cool event that was on Saturday as well. So last weekend was pretty packed with everything going on. And then this past week, I'll talk about some cool vehicles that came in. So we got another one of the Mustang Mach 1s. These are the specialty kind of limited edition Mustang Mach 1s, built and to look and feel like the old Mach 1s. It's got 480 horsepower, so it is a little bit souped up for performance. This one we got in is a really nice black, and it's got the black and red stripe package. So the hood looks really cool going down the side of it. The headlamps are different in the front. The interior is really nice. This one's a 60-speed manual. So a lot of cool stuff to like about this Mach 1. It looks beautiful. It's currently in our commercial showroom as of today. Today is Friday, November 12th. Happy Friday. So it's still available as far as I know, unless they sold it late last night before I got to check it this morning. So I believe it's still available. So call if you're interested and come in and check it out. The next cool vehicle that came in was another full-size Bronco. This time it's an Outer Banks trim level, and it's a really nice Oxford white with a very it's unique because I haven't really seen it yet, but it's this dark gray and navy pier interior. So the interior is pretty unique, really nice, clean looking white vehicle on the outside, and then the interior is the nice two-tones. So that one was a ordered unit by a customer who had canceled because they took a different Bronco. So that's why this one is available for stock. Again, as of last night when I left, it was still available for sale. But of course, check it out on our social media pages, our website, and call for availability. Like everything, like I've been saying, stuff moves very quickly. It is very possible one of these vehicles that I'm even mentioning on this podcast right now has already been sold. That's how quick this inventory is moving. Another update from yesterday, the 11th, it was Veterans Day. So obviously, thank you to all the veterans out there. We honored all those who served yesterday and always, as I put in the social media post. So thank you, veterans. Hopefully all the veterans out there had a nice day yesterday. And then yesterday also, we got two Roushes in at the same time, two Roush F-150s. So that was a nice treat. We posted about it on social media, so check it out. Both of them are pictured on social media. They both look amazing. They're both the Lariat trim levels, which is the higher trim levels for the Roush. So very, very nice looking ones. Both different too, so that's nice. One of them's race red and one of them's Oxford white. So you get two different look and feels from it. So check that out on social media. Both of them are available as well. Neither of those are pre-sold, which is very rare for the Roushes. So two stock Roush trucks. So I imagine one of them will be gone this weekend. These things move really quick. And I wouldn't be shocked if the other one went next week. I know we did have kind of a waiting list of customers that we have been waiting for these Roushes to come in. So basically what happens when these specialty units come in, we have that wait list that, we then call the customer and say, it's in, why don't you come take a look at it? And it's kind of this mad rush sometimes for these waitlisted people to get in, see the vehicle and take it. So check out those two Roushes. If you've been waiting for one and these are finally your colors, I wouldn't wait on these, obviously. The race red one, I know we've had a white one or two come in. I think a couple of them were pre-ordered, but I don't think I've seen the 2021 version of the red one. So to me, I like the red one a little bit better. It's a little bit more Roush to me. That's kind of their color. The red and black complements itself really nicely. White one looks great though, because I like the black Roush graphics package that's on it. So I think both of them look great. Obviously, I'm a little biased. I've always liked Roush trucks. We do very well with Roush trucks. We're the #1 Roush truck dealer in the Northeast, probably the East Coast at this point. So I'm a little biased, but I've always really liked the Roush trucks. So those were some of the vehicles that came in. Inventory-wise, in general, across our location here, we are slowly starting to get our Fords in, like the regular ones, non-specialty, like the SUVs. So we have a handful of F-150s. We have a handful of Edges, I believe, Explorers coming in. We're not talking anything close to pre-COVID levels. So, inventory and the chip problem in the factories and the port issues, all those issues continue and will continue for the foreseeable future. So when I say inventory is coming in, it's you're talking 10 units instead of what we've been having, like 2. So maybe some of them are starting in double digits for the first time in a while, some of the models. So that's good to see. On the Subaru side, it's still definitely an issue, 100% being transparent. Most of the models, I think if not all of them, are in single digits. So the Subaru ones are still a little bit behind in terms of manufacturing, but they're coming in weekly. We're selling them quick, so inventory is turning quickly. And on both sides here in Old Bridge, Ford and Subaru, we are taking a ton of custom orders. So that's a big thing. It's going to be a big thing for a while. So we're kind of encouraging customers to plan ahead, especially coming off of lease. You can extend the lease with both manufacturers, so it's not the end of the world. But we've been telling customers, friends, and family, of course, our recommended route would be to plan ahead in terms of coming out of your lease and ordering a vehicle, so you get exactly what you want. It's coming in. You don't know exactly when. We're transparent about that. We have no control of the manufacturers at this point, and if other issues arise in terms of the supply chain, which is very likely happening throughout our country and all industries right now. So basically it's anywhere from like 3 to 6 months from when you place the custom order. So that's what we're encouraging customers to do. On the Ford side, there's a special program this month only, so November. I shouldn't say only. We don't know if it's going to get extended into December yet, but it is a program in November that expires at the end of November, as far as we're concerned. They give you Ford will give you $1,000 rebate on any custom ordered vehicle. So you come in, you custom order a vehicle, doesn't matter when it comes in. When that vehicle comes in, you get $1,000 off that vehicle, the rebate from Ford. Now, we're not requiring deposits on non-specialty custom orders right now. So there's no obligation either. You do not have to take this vehicle when it comes in. You're not locked into it. If you find something else in between that, you take that. So there's no obligation, no risk. So we're really pushing custom orders this month. It's a no-brainer. If you have a lease coming up in the next 3 to 6 months, there's no reason why you shouldn't custom order your next Ford through us, get that $1,000 rebate locked in, and then when that vehicle comes in, you decide if you want it or not. Again, no risk, no obligation, no deposit needed. So very simple, very easy. We're at the 12th of the month. We've already had a ton of customers take advantage of this. So just something to keep in mind. On the Subaru side, we officially got recertified as a Subaru eco-friendly retailer. So I think it's been 4 years running now since that program started, since we first got certified as a green retailer. So we take great pride in that. We excel in the following categories for certification: energy efficiency, water conservation, recycling, waste management, and community involvement. So I know 4 years ago, I was greatly involved 4 years ago when this program started for Subaru. I think we were only one of 85 Subaru retailers in the entire country that achieved it that first time 4 years ago. So out of the 650 plus Subaru retailers, only 85 of them had achieved this. So we were in, whatever that percentage is, the top, quadrant. Percentage wise. So now almost 300 Subaru retailers have achieved this 4 years later. So this year. So you can see that a lot of Subaru dealerships got on board with this. We were one of the first, so we were an early adopter with this for sure. We're still, it's still only about half of Subaru retailers do it. So, and again, when we started, we were only one of a couple in New Jersey that had achieved it. So a great achievement for our building, our Subaru team. Being green certified, one of the many awards that we win on the Subaru side that I'm impressed with from a team and dealership standpoint. So to wrap up kind of what's ahead and what we're looking forward to, this week was the Baltimore Tow Show for our All American Jordan in Old Bridge dealership. So of course our Jordan store achieved the ranking of #2 in the entire country for Jordan distributorships for selling tow trucks. So a gigantic achievement this past year for them and us. So they're down. The Jordan team is down at the Baltimore Tow Show this week. Me and my brothers are actually going tomorrow to check out the tow show. We'll stop by the booths and stuff. We have a customer appreciation dinner or I should say a customer appreciation cocktail party that we're hosting for all of our loyal customers and prospective customers as well. So that's at the Hyatt on 300 Light Street in Baltimore tomorrow night, Saturday night. So I'm excited to check out that show. I've never been to a tow show before. This is one of the bigger ones in the country. Like I said, we have a booth there. We have a bunch of tow trucks there. Our team's been down there since Tuesday and Wednesday. So definitely an exciting thing for us. And then two great things I love doing each year. And I'll talk about them more on the next call, the next podcast. So Toys for Tots we're doing throughout our location here in Old Bridge. There's already boxes set up. So it's running from now until December 17th. So come drop off your new and unwrapped toys. This year, we're working with the Old Bridge Chamber of Commerce and the Old Bridge Business Alliance. So a lot of businesses here in Old Bridge are collecting toys for Toys for Tots. We're one of them. Again, boxes throughout our location. Come donate toys. And it's going to go to Toys for Tots, the Marines, and the local area. So children in need, of course. So we love doing Toys for Tots. We do it every year, but sometimes we work with different organizations with it. We are going to continue to work with the Old Bridge Police Department on it, which we do. So we donate some toys to them. So that's going to be great. And then probably one of my favorite things we do here, I think we've done it now 3 or 4 years. I got to check on that. But it's Feel Better Bears in partnership with the radio station NJ 101.5. So it's going to start next week. We're going to have the boxes throughout our dealerships in New Jersey, all of them, the All American Auto Group. And it's going to run through mid-December. So I'll get the exact dates. I'll talk about it more next week. Basically, people come in and donate new and unwrapped stuffed animals, teddy bears, that kind of thing. Those then get distributed to all police officers throughout the state of New Jersey. And they stay in the squad car. And basically, when a police officer comes upon an emergency situation or a horrific accident or scene of a crime or something where there's a child involved, they're trained to immediately give the child a stuffed animal to make them feel comfortable in that situation, a source of comfort in what is, for a child, a horrific situation potentially. So it's one of my favorite things. I love it. I love that these police officers do this and are able to comfort those children in those scenarios. So I absolutely love it. That will start next week, though. So we'll have those boxes throughout our auto group. I'll talk about that more next week because I'll have a little bit more details on the exact dates and all that good stuff. So that's what we're looking forward to. Everybody have a great weekend, and I'll be back next week.
Well, everyone can